Bringing an all-time classic, bringing it all. It is with absolute pleasure to tell you that I have seen Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. You probably already know, but for those who don't know, this is The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan, written by Christopher Nolan, directed by Christopher Nolan, and shot entirely on IMAX cameras, which is a feat that has never been done. Rest in peace to David Keeley, who worked on the IMAX cameras and worked with the technology to make this film happen. This film is actually dedicated to him in a big way. Christopher Nolan has brought epic back, and I really want to give you an honest review. I just cannot wait to watch this movie again, but let's start from the top. My number one pro with this movie is the heart. It has the heart to carry you through the whole film. Like, at the end of the day, you can relate to love and Odysseus wanting to return home, and Hathaway's character Penelope waiting for her man to come home and wondering, is she making the right decision by waiting, you know, listening to the suitors, what they want, listening to her son, what he wants. It's just a really great setup. One of my favorite things with this movie is cinematically it's gorgeous, and I love that this movie just gets better as it goes on. It just keeps getting more intense and more interesting and more build up to this awesome climactic final act, and the last act is my favorite part of the movie. So that's just the best. It sticks to landing so perfectly. Like, the build up to that finale is one of the most satisfying, perfect build-ups in freaking film history. The setup is just so strong and so good, and it carries through the whole movie to the final end where it just hits. It hits so perfectly. Like, people were cheering in my theater. It was amazing. There's not a whole bunch of gods in this one. Like, you're not gonna see powers or crazy things like that. He does try to ground it in reality a little bit, but you will see monsters and magical, you know, witches and sirens and things like that. But you'll see some more than others, right? Like, I was really excited for the Sirens. They're not that heavily featured. And I was really excited for Scylla, and she's not that heavily featured. That was just something I wish I knew so I don't get my hopes up. I knew the whole story going into this movie, and I'm just very happy that I was thoroughly entertained the whole time, and I just kept getting excited to see the next part and how he did it, how he brought it to life. And some parts he brought to life just perfectly, and some parts I wish he just did a little bit more, but it's just like a little nitpick. It's preference, right? Like, the design of Scylla might be something that I wanted a little different. But overall, this movie hits every single beat and does it the way I imagined it. It is truly a cinematic event. I feel like I was teleported 3,200 years ago to this time and era, and it just swept me away. And I watched it with my girlfriend. This is our first time seeing a movie like this in the theater, and she was just so swept in it and gave it a 10 out of 10. And I want people to know that this is not a heady movie like a Tenet or, you know, Memento or Inception. You can really follow along with this movie, and it's a very simple story at its core, but it's just so thoroughly entertaining, and it wants you to have fun. Like, this is a movie for modern audiences. Like, yes, it's set way back in the day, but the dialogue and the themes and everything is current. You can show this movie to anybody and they'll understand what's happening. This is not like an ancient old school movie, and I really like that, and I want audiences to know that you can have fun in this movie. Like, there's some jokes, there's some get back, there's some revenge, there's like a lot going on, and I think it's just a truly beautiful film that I'm just grateful exists. I didn't think this movie could exist. Another favorite part of my movie that I think is just so beautifully well done is the realism with the Trojan horse. I'll save that for you guys to find out and watch, but it's so realistic and so interesting how they did it. Also, any scenes with Troy, just amazing. And Agamemnon's return, amazing. Like, they just did so good hitting every beat and making every scene and part of this movie feel so memorable and just visually impactful. Like, I can recall every single shot and every single scene in a way that I haven't been able to do in a long time. I just can't wait for you guys to watch this movie now. Like, I can't wait to watch it again. That's how amazing it is. I would say if you haven't read the Odyssey, don't go into it blind, because it's so fun and it has so many good twists and turns. If you had read the Odyssey, like, you're still gonna have an amazing time, because seeing this crazy story be told on the big screen is just fantastic. Some other things real quick to talk about, because some people might be concerned about it. Travis Scott has a really small part. It's cool that he got that role and it fits, and it's not like gonna detract you. It's not like, oh, that's Travis Scott. Like, he doesn't pull you out of the scene. Achilles is not in the movie. Elliot Page does a great job as well playing their character. That character was an interesting one and has a direct relationship with Robert Pattinson's character, and it's a tragic character. Tom Holland did a great job with Telemachus and brought a little edgy, kind of angsty teenager vibe to it, which, you know, obviously he's playing a teenager. He had some good, like, Spider-Man energy, some clapbacks to Robert Pattinson's character, which was really fun and satisfying to watch. Robert Pattinson plays such a smug guy, so perfect in this movie. So, you know, he delivers. And John Leguizamo, like, I loved his character. He's a standout. And of course, the dog is a standout. I really can't stress enough, though, that Anne Hathaway, I totally understand why they casted her for this role. She fucking delivers, guys. Like, she delivers a powerhouse performance. And so does Matt Damon. Charlize Theron plays a small role, and she plays it very mature and relaxed. Her character doesn't do too much, but you know, she's there and she does a great job. And last but not least, Zendaya. Zendaya plays Athena. And the way they did Athena and Zendaya was very, very interesting and really, really pays off. The only god that's featured is Athena. And the way they did it, I think, was for thematic purpose. And I think it made so much sense. And it really, really worked for me. So you guys let me know what you think about that part. The score is great in some parts, but there was no defining song. But the score overall, like, there are a lot of scenes where the music is like getting me in and going, but there's no like one song that's like the theme song for this that I felt like I was gonna remember, which is kind of a missed opportunity because you have Travis Scott. He could have made a song. And you also have the Sirens. Like, the Sirens are known for their music. The Sirens literally are known as creatures that like sing men to their death. And like, they could have made some kind of crazy vocals with that or done something, but they went a different route for the story, which kind of works. But again, I felt like they just passed on the Sirens way too fast. I just really can't wait to watch it again. But if I had to give some cons, maybe it'll sit better with me on the second time. I'm not a big fan of the Trojans' armor. I'm okay with Agamemnon's armor because like he's a king and he looks, but I just felt like the Trojans just looked very off, especially coming from Troy. I mean, I just watched Troy before this, so maybe that was it. Another con would be I wish that they spent more time making us care about his crewmates and his army, his warriors, because some of them go through things and I didn't feel as connected to them as much as I would like. I just think that's like a room for improvement. But that's pretty much it. Like, it hits everything it needed to hit. And so with all that being said, I mean, obviously there's a reason I'm wearing this shirt, guys. Like, I have to give this movie 10 out of 10 masterpiece rating. It lived up to the absolute hype that it had. And I'm just so happy this movie exists. And I encourage everybody to go watch it in IMAX and 70 millimeters. And I will definitely say it is not just Alec approved. It is Alec adored. Absolute cinema. The Odyssey, you're gonna watch it. If you're watching this review, you already know you're gonna watch it. All I can do is just confirm to you guys that is 100% worth watching in theaters and worth watching like 3 damn times, because that's what I'm gonna do. So that's my review. My name is Alec Garza. Thank you guys so much for watching. Are you gonna watch The Odyssey? Let me know when and what format, and I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. What's your favorite Christopher Nolan movie? Have you read The Odyssey? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.